Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. We're going to film this unboxing here, but just to let you know, my puppy's free, so I may have to break away once in a while to keep an eye on him. I'm trying to break him out of the crate training and see if we can trust him in the house now. He's been getting pretty good at the potty training, but so here we go. Let's get into the box. You don't want to hear about my dog. His name is Kershaw though, so it's kind of cool. Today I'm opening up with my Osborne. This is the 940 and S90V blade steel carbon fiber scales. Let's see what we got in here. All right, so nothing in the box, and we do have this, and typically there's some personal information at the bottom. So let's see what we got in here. This is from Rockscale Designs, and let's see what we got. Typical sticker, and then we have some hardware. What do you know? Look at that, polished titanium hardware. Where do you think that goes? Could it possibly go on here? What do you think about that, huh? Pretty cool. All right, so that's what it's going to be. We're gonna pimp this knife out, and I truly mean pimp this knife out. I think this is going to look really nice. It's very polished. Now, I thought this was going to be less acid washed, so the knife will stand out. This will kind of be, I guess, an accent, if you will, to the knife. And we do have the clip and everything. So I want to thank Rockscale Design for this. I wanted to do this, and these guys are so amazing. Great to work with. If you haven't already, check out the code in the description below. Go check them out. They've got stuff for Manix 2, Para 3s, Paramilitary 2s, the Manix XL, the Shaman, the Bug Out, the Mini Bug Out, the Yojimbo, a whole bunch of different knives, and I think there's more coming out, so just something to check out. And use code RNKRSD. You get 10% off every time you go there. Want to save you some money. I don't directly get anything from them, but you know, I get to work with really awesome people, and I like to support them 100%. And sometimes I give stuff to the channel for giveaway, like our big 5K giveaway. We're gonna have some awesome paramilitary 2 scales we're giving away. A complete set for a paramilitary 2. Very, very nice set, not cheap. So it's gonna be one of the grand giveaways. So let me get into this and start taking this little guy apart. So typically it's gonna be the T6 and a T10. So we'll do that, and we'll have our hard work over here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'll start off with this right here. We'll get the scales off first. So I'm gonna just kind of try to put this over here to save the parts. Now the clip I have on here right now is a lynch clip. It's a titanium lynch clip that I really do like a lot. Make sure, oops, I thought it was all the way out. I do like the lynch clips a lot. Oh, that's right, there's a third screw in there. I forget, I actually put the third screw in there. A lot of times people don't put that middle screw in there, but I did. I like to have it on there. All right, so now we're gonna take the scales off. And hopefully it's just a straight up swap over. Now I'm going to save these scales, obviously, because there might be someone who has a standard 940 Osborne, and maybe they want to buy some nice upgraded hardware. You know, maybe you have S30V or some other version, and you'd like to get the carbon fiber version. I would be all cool about selling that, depending on how this build finishes out. I'm assuming everything's going to go good. It's going to go really well, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes, right? So we will see. Oops, my screw's not coming out. I guess I didn't unthread it all the way. There we go. All right, so we'll put all these guys over here, and then we'll take the other ones over here off real quick. And this is a T10. Oh, I missed one. It's going to make it a little more challenging. Get all the ones over here? I did, okay. So I took this apart, and I already kind of tuned it when I did the unboxing, but I didn't really do much else with it because, and let's save these standoffs, these are cool. And now I do believe these are D-shaped, aren't they? One of these are, maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, they go in here, so they do hold. All right, so let's see if I can just get this right off. Oh no, I have to get the pivot out. Yeah, I forgot about that. So we're gonna have to reassemble this afterwards. Now it's in there pretty good. It's in there pretty tight. So sometimes just breaking that makes it a little bit easier for it to come out. You are stuck in there, aren't you? All right. I have to use one of my tools here. You're being challenging. Just trying to get in there. There we go. I knew it just had to pop. Now, ideally, I don't want to have to reassemble completely. So I'm hoping I can keep everything aligned here, or somewhat lined up. There we go. Okay. All right. A little bit of oil there. That's okay. That's all right. So we had here, and then we had the pivot on this side. Usually goes down. Now, I didn't realize my pivot was black. That's a bummer. I mean, I could polish it, but it's kind of a bummer. It'll stand out a little bit. I would have maybe chosen a different color theme, but you know, maybe it'll just be a little highlight, a little accent on here. All right, so now let's reassemble this. Is it in there? Yeah, it should be in there. Okay. Let's get the backspacer on. That way at least we can have the parts together. Oh, I like this backspacer. See that? Look at that. It's nice. We'll put the other scale on. Oh, yeah. That's sweet looking. Very, very sweet looking. Oh my gosh, it's so light. It's ridiculous. It's a little tight right now. I haven't tightened everything else down. All right, so I got to figure out why that is not fitting there. So let me just be right back.
Oh my god, where am I? What type of knife is this? I've never seen a knife. Wow, it's my first time ever. Wow.
What happened to my voice there? Oh my god, I started sounding like my son there for a second. That was weird. Okay. Maybe I was my son, and you just didn't know it. All right, so I'm going to have to push this down in here because for some reason it's sticking up a little bit. So in order to stick that down, you have a little leverage so this can go in. My goodness. All right, so let's close this. A little trouble getting that on there. Well, because I have a hard time seeing it. Happens when you get old man eyes, right? At least that's what I call it. I mean, I have reading glasses on, but they're built in. I got progressive, so. All right. There we go. Dead center. Right hand tip up only. Now, it's not quite broken in. It's a little tight, so I might have to take it apart and polish those phosphor bronze washers because it is a little tight. Dead nut centered. Okay. All right, let's put our parts away. I'm going to save all my original parts here because it is a really good scale set. And unlike Spyderco, they don't get destroyed when you take them apart. And they're still very usable. So if I ever wanted to swap it out and wanted to bring back the old former carbon fiber glory, I absolutely can do that. And I love that. I love that about this scale set, right? Because, you know, I may very well want to do that. So I'm going to put... Do these fit in it? No, they don't. So I'm going to put them together. And we will get one of these for the clip. Ooh, we got the two screw clips over there. Did I get the other ones that were over here? One. There's one. Yep. Okay, I got the two screws. So let me put the third one in there. And I'll just put, well, I'm going to hold off because this is a titanium clip. And I might use that for another Benchmade at some point, right? You never know. All right, so we got this. We got the old sets, and I'll probably rubber band these guys together. Speaking of that, I have one right here. So this will be the old set. Oh, yeah. Let me include the one extra clip screw that came with it because I only used two for this one because I want to know where it is. Right? Keep it all together. Nice, easy place to find it. I'll just keep it in here like this. So we have that. I'm going to hold on to that because I may put some Loctite, at least in the pivot screw, once I feel like it's well set. We'll save the little Ziploc bags because I end up using them for a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to put this away. Oh, nope, we'll get the Loctite out. I will use a little bit of nano oil. There's already some in there, and I didn't really want to add any extra. We'll save the sticker for another day. But let's go ahead and add a little Loctite on here. So in order to do that, I have to take the screw off. And at some point, I may get a polished pivot screw as well and barrel, just because I think it would look nice. I'll wait on the oil. I want that Loctite to set. I don't want any oil traveling down there and messing it up. So, all right, any oil that I got on here. All right, so here we are. The Benchmade Osborne 940 and S90V blade steel. Now this is an acid wash. So I thought this would be more polished, but you know, it is fine. With the black pivot and the acid wash, it almost kind of highlights it a little bit. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. But I love the back titanium. It's so stinking light. It's ridiculous. Really, really, really cool. I wish I had weighed this before, but definitely needs to break in a little bit. It is certainly a little tight. So who knows? Maybe I'll take this off and polish those washers just one more time. But this is the Osborne 940 with the titanium scales of Rockscale Design scales. Let's zoom in and take a nice look at those scales here. It's fully assembled. A beautiful milling pattern on there. Now, I did it without the aluminum blast, and you can request that. You can reach out to Rockscale Design and ask if you could please maybe get one of these without the aluminum blast. I mean, you know. Now, what that means, though, sometimes, you know, you may have, I think he still does a little polishing on them because I don't feel anything super sharp on here, but, you know, I don't know. Here's the blade. There's the clip. Oh, the clip is not fully flush. I might have to bend that just a little bit. Okay, so that's interesting. I'll let him know that the clip wasn't fully flush there. Interesting. Okay, here's a back spacer. I like that a lot. Got a little texture on here. Nice little aesthetic. Beautiful. You see that? Very cool. Still have all the jimping on here if you wanted it. So let me go ahead and zoom out. Now it's not quite broken in yet, right? It's like almost like when you get a brand new one. It's because it's a little tighter together, right? That's the reason. Now a lot of times that's controlled by that blade stop pin, and that didn't change. So Shouldn't really have affected it much, but I don't know, maybe it was a little more pressure in the middle, but that's easy to fix. There's two ways, right? You can just keep using it, breaking it in, or you can polish those phosphor bronze washers a little bit. Got no blade play right now. Now, the Loctite that I was on there, I would let it sit, usually overnight. You want to at least leave 1 hour minimally before you do anything at all. And then, after that, usually I let it sit overnight. But yeah, I like that a lot. I have to admit, one thing that's interesting, I find easier access to the thumb studs now than I did on this. I am curious if this is thicker. It doesn't seem like it, but yeah, I mean, let me do the back one here. This is the one that I'm very interested in. So is this thicker? I can't, here, I'm going to open this up a little bit. We'll take a look together. All right, so what I'm seeing is there's a little milling here, a little curve right here that he has like chamfered it right there. That's cool. And it does, this is very straight in the texture here. It's very straight. He contours this in. That's really nice. And that contouring is just enough for a really comfortable actuation of that. That's a benefit. That is absolutely, that was one of my things. I was actually, I'll tell you guys, I was looking for new thumb studs that were a little bit taller because of these scales. I didn't care for that. Now, some of you guys may very much like to have your thumb right on top and work it that way. I didn't like that. I felt like I couldn't really quite get in there. It would slip and started scratching my thumb. But this is much better. I really like what he did there. That's a cool design. Now, you can see the contour. Do you see that contoured shape? It has a little contour here, but it's nothing like this. I don't know if you can see that contour coming in here. It's like a hollow grind, right? This has a little bit, but nothing like this. And this is a lot thinner than this. And so that gives me just enough extra access, and I really like that. Man, great job, great job. I like that a lot. And I like the clip. I think I like the clip a lot. And this clip here, oh, this clip is perfect. Wow, it's really beautifully polished, like a satin finish. Oh, there's the dog. Sorry about that, if you hear him. All right. Very cool. All right, so that's the knife. Let's get a nice close-up here for the camera so we can get maybe for a shot our little GIF, our little, you know, image for the video. Let's look at the back with the clip. I'm still debating on that pivot. The black might work. I'm debating. Part of the OCD part of me says it needs to be replaced, but because this is so polished and then this is acid washed, it's almost like this brings it together. Do you see what I'm saying? The aesthetic? It's like this is like super polished and this is not. This is almost like it's been through, you know, I know McNee's knives, they call that atomic wash, but it's like an acid wash. I like what he calls it. I think it's cool. Atomic wash is a really cool name for it. But it's an acid wash, right? And so that, bringing with the black, it almost brings it together. There's a cohesiveness. It's like this is the pivot. No pun intended, right? It pivots on the pivot of the two textures. So yeah, I mean, wow, I just made like a little profound. I pivoted on my pivot about the pivot of the colors. It's a lot of pivoting. I should really, you know where I'm standing. Well, if I do, then I'm standing on the pivot and I'm not moving. I'm just pivoting. All right, enough of that. Ignore that. So there you go. That's the Benchmade 940 Osborne S90V blade steel with the Rockscale Design scales. I think I love this raw titanium a lot, and it's way lighter. It's even lighter than the carbon fiber. The way he hollows it out inside, he's done some fantastic milling on the inside, and that's really nice. And you'll notice over here, there's only milling for that. He milled all around in here, so that really reduced the weight. Let's see, where's the balance now? Okay, so it's right there. I think on the other one, the weight was way over here, if I remember correctly. But now it's like right, it's going to be really balanced right there. So I have large, extra large hands. You can see that, regular grip. You can do the trigger finger choke up as you would normally. So that is always possible. And if that's a concern for you, and you do that a lot, you can always make this a larger sharpening choil. You can open that up just a little bit. That way your finger wouldn't be as much to catch on that edge. But if you're just doing, you know, like close-up sharp like this, or doing like pinch grip, it should work just fine. So, and it's nice and dead centered. We got no blade play. It's in there solid. It does need to be broken in a little bit. Like I said, I might take it apart and polish those washers. But there we go. That's the knife. That's the assembly, the little pimping out the Osborne, and in a way that I think is up my alley. I love this. I love the look of it, and hopefully you guys like it too. If you like it so much and you decide to order it, the benefit of this, I could have used my regular standoffs. All this hardware I could have used. So you can buy the scales in one shot and then leave all the rest of the hardware. Then you could buy the back spacer later. And then at another point you can buy a clip, or just use the regular clip, right? Or you can get a Lynch clip, you know. There's options. If you like the Lynch clip more, the Lynch clip version, this is titanium. They have a small one, this is the big one. And they have a plain titanium, this is the black coated one. So this is, they call this their blackout or something. No, it's not the blackout. It's powdered black or something like that. Yeah, so that's cool. And the benefit of that is, you know, it is titanium. So no sticking. Like this one here is titanium as well. So it's flexible. Very cool. And, you know, can always put a different clip on here if I don't like this, but I dig this clip. I think it's a nice look. It works well together with this. All right, so there you go. There you go. Just some options for you. And don't forget to use RNKRSD for 10% off if you go to Rockscale Designs. The link will be down below for these scales at least, and you can always check their site out for all the other cool knives. I'm a fan. Okay, I don't get paid to advertise for them. I do get a little code for discounts for you guys, and I do that because I love this so much, and you know, I've shared a lot about the different scales, and I believe in them. I love the quality. If I've ever had an issue, Matt, the guy there, he's super awesome. He's worked really well with me. He is really, really an outstanding guy. So, you know, it not only is it a great product made in the USA, but it's a great person. So to me, that means a lot to me. And I believe that wholeheartedly. That's why I like Jonathan McNeese. So many of the other knife manufacturers, designers out there, you know, they're just really great people. So there you go. If you have any questions about this, I don't know if we're going to do a review. You know, maybe at some point I'll do a full review of like all my Rockscale designs, and I'll just have an overall Rockscale design, Rob's rambling, and talk about what you can do and how it works and stuff like that. I might do that so I can bring them all together. I think that would be fun. But I don't know if I'm going to do a review on this because, well, I am going to do a review on the 940 Osborne because I haven't reviewed the 940 Osborne, right? I did an unboxing. I have not reviewed this knife. So we'll review the knife, and I'll review the scales with it, obviously. So there you go. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment down below. Any questions for the channel? I'd love to hear from you. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button down below as well? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel. As the channel grow, produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys, like this video and the giveaways. Matter of fact, I already said this, one of the big 5K giveaways is a paramilitary 2 set of scales, backspacer, clip, everything. It's going to be Burple anodized, super awesome. I can't wait to share that. It's one of the grand prizes, along with a TRM knife, by the way, which I've handled over here. This is one of the other grand prizes for the big 5K. Thanks to you guys, all what you guys do out there, and I appreciate you. So, hey, if you haven't already, hit that notification button down below as well so you can be notified of this content and future content. And to all my channel members out there, big, huge shout out, thank you. You guys are amazing. Those of you who've been here since the beginning, those of you who've joined along the way, and those of you who've joined recently, I really, really appreciate you guys. You go a long way to help me to do a lot of this, cover the cost of shipping, a lot of the giveaways, all that goes straight into the channel. And I just want you to know how much I'm appreciative of that. And my way to say thank you to you is I do a once a month giveaway for channel members. We'll do that, and I would love for you to be a part of that. I don't want anybody ever to feel obligated to be a channel member. Watch the videos, enjoy the videos. I am honored by that. But if you want to, and you want to be part of the giveaway, hey, you know, maybe you want to support the channel and be cool to win a giveaway, feel free to be a channel member. I have 3 tiers. Check out the link down below. A very inexpensive tier, to a middle tier, and a high tier. And it's not really high. You know, it's like $3, $5, $10. It's up to you per month if you're interested. But as a way for me also to say thank you to every channel member, if you're brand new or you became a channel member and you haven't asked me yet and you're still a channel member, email me with your name and address. I'd love to send you a sticker. It's my way to say thank you, show my appreciation to you guys, and yeah, just want you to know that. So thank you to you guys. Appreciate every one of you. All right, if you haven't already, maybe check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.